Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for May 2nd, 2023. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now, including a surprising number of cord cutters plan to cancel a streaming service. One of the largest illegal pirate streaming services suddenly vanishes. We're going to talk about the dangers of a lot of these services. And Amazon Freevee, their free ad-supported streaming service, is getting a lot better with some new content coming that way. These stories and a whole lot more coming up here in a quick minute. If you want to learn more about the stories I'm about to talk about, though, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story there on Amazon so you can read about them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. Second, if you're new here or you've been here a while, consider maybe hitting that subscribe button or hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and helping us support our families. Just by hitting that subscribe, by hitting that thumbs up, YouTube knows you like what we do. They recommend our videos to more people. It really does help us a lot. And hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. So with that said, let's dive into the news of the day, starting off with one of the largest IPTV streaming services. A pirate service has gone under. Now this service was reportedly so large, it was larger than many legal streaming services. It's called Probe TV, and it suddenly vanished without warning, leaving a lot of people high and dry, not able to access their account, not able to access content on it. Accordingly, the Alliance for Creative and Entertainment, ACE, is reportedly behind this. They've been one of the biggest pushers to shut down services. Dish is a big member of this, big pusher, but so is Fox, Disney, and many other companies out there. This is a collaborative effort of content right owners to track down illegal pirate services, small and large, take them down and take them out. And they've been getting very, very aggressive with this and have been very successful in it. Not just here in the United States, but like this service around the world. It is increasingly a big warning. I get this every time. Well, why do I subscribe to one of these legal services when I can go get a pirate service and pay upfront a year or 2 years upfront and get unlimited access for a lot less? Increasingly, I'm hearing a lot of people who did that now saying, hey, I just paid all this money. I had access to it for a week, a month, or two, and then suddenly the service is gone, and they're now without access to the stuff they paid for. And now they're having to go back and pay for it again legally. Costs them a lot more money. Mark my word, the amount of effort going into shutting down illegal streaming services is a lot more today than it was even 2 years ago. There's a lot of money and a lot of effort going into this. As cord cutting is putting pressure on studios, they are turning an eye to illegal services to say, hey, we want to make sure if people are streaming it, they're streaming it through legal services so we get paid from it. Keep a close eye on this. I think this is just the beginning. Like I said, a lot of money from Dish, Disney, and many other, Fox, and many other big name companies is going into it. And they have a lot of lawyers. Plus the laws in the United States have changed. It's no longer just a civil matter. This isn't just about, hey, we're going to sue you for civil copyright infringement. It's actually illegal. And you can actually go to jail now for running an illegal IPTV service in the United States. And they're also partnering with other countries to get laws like that passed to put owners of these services not just out of business, but behind jail. This is becoming more and more common. You've seen this in the United States. Look for this to become more popular in the weeks and months to come. All right, let's keep moving along. Amazon's Freevee, which is Amazon's free ad-supported service, much like the Roku channel, Pluto TV, Crackle, and so many others, is adding a lot of really cool content. So Amazon's kind of found the Paramount Plus model here and is going to partner with Prime Studios here to bring over 100 Amazon original titles from movies and television shows to Amazon Freevee. And the goal here is very similar to what Paramount does with Pluto TV. The idea here is, hey, we'll put older seasons of Amazon original content on Freevee for free for you to watch. And then we're going to encourage you to subscribe to Amazon Prime to see the newer seasons and newer shows there, kind of draw you in. Paramount's been very successful with this on Pluto TV. For example, the first season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds is currently, I'm not sure if it's now or will be later this month, streaming for free. Well, in a few weeks, the new season, season 2, is coming out. That'll be on Paramount Plus. The idea here is you've had over a year to watch it on Paramount Plus. They're going to give you a short window to watch it on Pluto TV to encourage you to say, hey, you like this show? Come, subscribe. Come watch it on Paramount Plus for season 2. It seems like Amazon is looking to do the same thing here. Tease you with shows and bring it here. But the good news is, once again, really good original content is coming to Freevee, to the Roku channel, to Pluto TV, all these free services. that's 100% free with ads. If you are not subscribing to these, if you're not testing these out, I highly recommend you do. I highly recommend that you consider becoming a streamer that takes advantage not just of paid services, but these ad-free ones. And I think a lot of people in the past had a bad taste of these services because the ads weren't great, the content wasn't great. The ads are better, the content's better. Really encourage you to give it another try. So check that out. Link in the show notes if you want to see all the content coming to Freevee from Amazon Prime Video. All right, if you are wondering if you can find cheaper internet, you may want to see if you qualify for an Affordable Care Act, which provides a monthly discount here for either free home internet for select areas or highly discounted home internet through the Affordable Care Act with that on it. Now you can get up to $30 off. Very select people may qualify if you live in a reservation or different areas for even better deals on this to see if you qualify or not with it. But with this, you can get home, if you qualify for certain points, the federal government will help you get home internet at a very discounted rate. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, but I do encourage you, if you qualify for it, to take advantage of this plan to get cheap home internet. And if you want to learn more to see if you qualify, we have a full story about it in the show notes and in the first pinned comment where you can read about this. Go to the White House's website, enter your information, and see if you qualify for this plan, and to see what internet providers in your area will work with you on this plan to take advantage of free or discounted home internet. So check it out. All right, next story up today, another Amazon story. Amazon is reportedly in the next few weeks going to be releasing a new Echo Show 5. Now, Echo Shows have been a great way to be a home TV for your kitchen and other places to stream Sling TV, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and more free on it. I use it in our kitchen for the 10-inch as like a smart home speaker and a smart TV to be able to watch TV and more through that. But AFTVnews.com, Elias over there does a great job. He noticed a new Echo Show 5 model number showing up in the help documents. And this one ties directly to a new one. Now, a few things here. We don't know much more than that. He suspects and says in the next few weeks this will come out. He's usually pretty good on that. He also says that he suspects that this will be a bigger update than the second gen update, which is actually 2 years ago since the Echo Show 2 came out. He thinks the third gen will have a much bigger change, much bigger improvement. I hope this means it supports more streaming services. The 5 gen doesn't support all the streaming services the 5-inch that the 8-inch and 10-inch does. Fingers crossed there with that. I absolutely love it. I have a 5-inch on my desk at work. I love the ability to ask it questions and see the display and more. But if you're thinking of getting it, he recommends you hold off a few weeks and get the new one when it comes out. We'll be watching closely. There's already been several big deals on the Echo Show 5 second gen. If there's another one, we'll have a post over at corecarsnews.com if you're looking to stock up on some cheap older ones. If that happens, we'll let you know over there. All right, next story up. Hulu has reached a deal with Nexstar to keep Nexstar-owned locals and independent stations on Hulu with Live TV. This means Nexstar won't be removing its ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC stations. This deal is a multi-year agreement to keep Nexstar-owned local stations on Hulu with Live TV here. Really nice. This covers 122 company-owned television stations, including the launch of company's My Network TV, so they're going to add some channels there, and independent stations. I'm not sure exactly what that means for independent. In total, Nexstar owned or partners with independent TV stations for over 200 stations in 116 markets that covers 212 million people. So my thought is with this deal, since they help manage these stations for independent TV stations, the way this word sounds like those independent TV stations would be included too. We'll see. But if you want to learn more about that, check out down there. If you're a Hulu with Live TV subscriber, good news is your Nexstar-owned local television stations aren't going anywhere. They're going to remain on Hulu with Live TV for the foreseeable future. All right, question of the day. This was a study that was done that said that 56% of cord cutters plan to cancel or cut a streaming service as costs go up. They look to cut down on services and reduce it. I've often said the best way to be a cord cutter is to rotate content. For example, Picard's on Paramount Plus. Get Paramount Plus, watch Picard, and binge watch everything on it. When Picard ends, cancel it, maybe switch over to HBO Max. Binge watch everything on HBO Max for a few months. And just rotate those services. Honestly, there's so much content There's no way to take advantage of all of it at once. You'll never be able to watch everything on Hulu, everything on Netflix, and more. But rotating is a great way to do it. In studies we've done with our readers, 3 to 4 paid streaming services on average are what cord cutters pay for at once. You may have, for example, YouTube TV, Netflix, and Amazon Prime, and then rotate others with that. I am increasingly seeing, though, that many cord cutters are trying to take advantage of bundle deals. I get Disney Plus bundle right now through Verizon, for example, so I get free Disney Plus bundled in with Hulu and ESPN Plus from my Verizon bill. T-Mobile has other deals with it. Walmart Plus has Paramount Plus included and ad-free on select content for Pluto TV. This is becoming increasingly popular. So I want to ask you, have you been much more aware of what you're subscribing to? Have you canceled? Have you thought about reducing the ones? Have you thought about rotating it? If not, I would encourage you to consider that. It's a great way to get access to a ton of content. So check that out. Leave me a comment. That's my question of the day for you. Have you cut down on the amount of streaming services? Are you rotating more? What are you doing to keep cord cutting more cost effective for you? All right. And last story up of the day. Now, I record these the night before. I actually have some appointments this morning, so I record this in the evening, put it up first thing in the morning the following day. Well, overnight, the deadline for the Hollywood Writers Guild, the Writer Guild of America, whatever they call it, has a 11:59 p.m. Pacific deadline for a new deal to be reached. And if a deal wasn't reached, writers are going to go on strike as soon as today. That may have happened, that may have happened. If it happened, we'll have full coverage over at cordcuttersnews.com. Check it out there. We're fully ready to cover this no matter what way it happens. An extension, a deal reached, or a strike. Last time this happened, it lasted 100 days in 2007 into 2008 and actually severely delayed the launch of many fall shows. If this does happen, you can see things like late night talk shows that rely on writers to do the daily night shows or The View and more could very well have to go on hiatus right away. If it drags out, this could affect the fall premieres, the midsummer premieres, and more as writers are unable to finish it. There's two main issues here. Number one, streaming and cord cutting. Writers on streaming shows get less money. There's a few issues here. One, streaming shows are typically shorter, 8 to 10 episodes versus 22 episodes on broadcast television. Number two, there's often bigger gaps between seasons of shows. Often broadcast television ends a season, takes a short break, and launches right back into the next season. Streaming can really drag out between seasons. The Writers Guild of America says that writers on streaming shows are making less than half of what writers on a broadcast television show are making. And they want to even the playing field there. They're saying, hey, you're tying up these writers, locking them down to shows, but you're not paying them as much as if they would be on broadcast television. The other big issue here is the fact that they don't want studios using AI to write scripts. Part of this deal is their Writers Guild wants studios to agree not to use AI and then have writers basically clean up the scripts. They don't want an GP or Chat GPT or whatever it's called writing a script for a new show and then saying, hey writers, we want to pay you a very cheap flat rate for you to go and then just like clean the script up a little bit. They're making it clear they don't want to do that. So we'll see how this all plays out. It's very possible that we could see a strike before this video even goes live. So head over to cordcuttersnews.com. I apologize. I thought about recording this in the morning, but I actually have an appointment this morning, or I would do that. But check out cordcuttersnews.com for more details. Well, with that said, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Until then, take care, be safe. We'll be back again real soon.